The United States has entered a new chapter in its approach to immigration under the Trump administration. With a series of swift and decisive actions, President Trump has made it clear that he intends to fulfill his campaign promises on border security and immigration enforcement. These actions have sent ripples of uncertainty and fear through immigrant communities while sparking heated debate about their legality and morality. At the heart of this new era is a dramatic expansion of the powers and reach of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. No longer confined by the restrictions imposed by previous administrations, ICE agents now have a freer hand to pursue and apprehend undocumented immigrants, even in places once considered off-limits. This shift in policy has paved the way for a surge in raids and arrests, leaving many wondering if they could be the next target. Beyond the immediate impact on individuals and families, these actions raise profound questions about the direction of American society. Critics argue that the Trump administration is creating a climate of fear and intimidation, eroding due process and targeting vulnerable populations. Supporters, on the other hand, applaud the crackdown on illegal immigration, arguing that it is essential for national security and economic prosperity. One of the most significant changes under the Trump administration is the reversal of Obama-era restrictions on ICE activity. Previously, ICE agents were limited in their ability to conduct enforcement actions in sensitive locations such as schools, churches, and hospitals. These restrictions were intended to protect vulnerable populations and prevent the perception that ICE was targeting innocent people. However, President Trump has argued that these limitations only serve to hinder law enforcement and provide sanctuary for criminals. By lifting these restrictions, the administration has empowered ICE to conduct raids and arrests in a wider range of locations. This has led to a surge in enforcement actions, with ICE agents now able to pursue undocumented immigrants in places where they may have previously felt safe. The expansion of ICE's reach extends beyond physical locations. The administration has also taken steps to expedite the removal of undocumented immigrants, making it easier and faster to deport individuals without going through the traditional court system. This expedited removal process, while intended to streamline deportations, raises concerns about due process and the potential for errors that could result in the wrongful deportation of individuals. As the Trump administration ramps up deportations, Mexico finds itself grappling with the complex challenge of accommodating an influx of deportees. While the Mexican government has pledged to provide support to its returning citizens, the sheer scale of deportations presents a logistical and humanitarian hurdle. Mexico's efforts to assist deportees include the construction of shelters in border cities, offering basic necessities such as food, water, and medical care. These shelters also provide legal aid and documentation assistance to help deportees reintegrate into Mexican society. However, the capacity of these shelters is limited, and many deportees find themselves struggling to rebuild their lives in a country they may barely remember. The situation is further complicated by the fact that many deportees have spent years, if not decades, living in the United States. They may have children who are American citizens, businesses they have built, and deep ties to their communities. For these individuals, deportation is not simply a matter of returning to their country of origin. It is a forced uprooting from the life they have built for themselves and their families. The Trump administration's aggressive approach to immigration enforcement has had a noticeable impact on the number of people attempting to cross the US-Mexico border. According to data from US Customs and Border Protection, there has been a significant decrease in border encounters since President Trump took office. This decline is likely due to a combination of factors, including the increased presence of Border Patrol agents, the construction of new border barriers, and the perception that it has become more difficult to enter the United States illegally. However, it is important to note that this decrease in border crossings does not necessarily mean that the issue of illegal immigration has been resolved. It is possible that the Trump administration's policies have simply pushed migrants to seek out more dangerous and clandestine routes of entry. Additionally, the administration's focus on border security has diverted resources away from other immigration enforcement priorities, such as visa overstays. The long-term consequences of the Trump administration's immigration policies remain to be seen. While the administration has made significant strides in reducing illegal border crossings, it has done so at the expense of due process, humanitarian considerations, and the rule of law. The debate over immigration is far from over, and the decisions made today will have a lasting impact on the future of the United States.